those are not designed to do that.
That's what
They're
I'm saying.
not built to run like that.
Okay, I'm gonna call, I'm gonna ask Crystal to do a roll call.
Kim Crupper.
Here.
April Favela. Here. Ronnie Maines.
Here.
Bob Perry.
Here.
Rick Skinner.
Yes, here.
Jenna Smith. Here.
Okay, seeming that we have a quorum, I will call the March 2nd, 2026 Williamstown City Council meeting to order. Welcome all to our guests, and if you have not signed in, please do so. And then I'm going to ask Councilman Cropper to do the invocation, and then we'll follow by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Shall we pray? Father in heaven, thank you for the day you blessed us with, another day of life, and just bringing us here together tonight to do what the city's business needs to be done, that we do this in the respect of our citizens, taxpayers, and we make choices that are wise. Be with our country at a time of need that we need to be focused on what we need to do is best for our nation. Thank you for all you do for us, and forgive us for our sins and where we fail. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Couple quick announcements. An FYI, there is a Williamstown Business Owners Meeting, representatives of businesses that I will be hosting. It'll be at the Answers in Genesis by the Ark on March 9th at 10:30 a.m. On March 10th, next Tuesday, I am calling for a special council meeting at 6 p.m. And then I want to remind everybody, especially those that are sitting here, of the chamber dinner, annual dinner on March 20th. That's all the announcements I have for that. I do want to give a update. And it's an exciting time, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the future and how we see it and what we're doing to prepare for it. For the past 10 months, we have been doing a lot of catching up, studying our finances and planning. And as we move into spring and summer, our focus is now shifting from planning to execution. This is the season where preparation meets opportunity, and we plan on being ready. We are uniquely positioned. With this Ark Encounter bringing visitors from across the country, we are seeing more traffic, more interest, and more opportunity than ever before. Our responsibility is simple: to be ready, not just to host visitors, but to turn that visitation into long-term growth for our city. So let's start with readiness. While we already have added music to downtown, with the intent on expanding that, we will soon begin our upgrades for Webb Park, which should begin in early April. We are also updating signage, adding landscaping, and creating more welcoming gathering spaces in our city. Because when people arrive in Williamstown, our city should reflect pride, safety, and hospitality. Next is the visitor experience. We are looking at advancing plans for a downtown welcome center and public restrooms, which are essential pieces of tourism readiness. We're improving signage and working with tourism partners to guide visitors from our attractions straight into our downtown business area. We are also focused on business engagement and economic momentum. We're hosting business roundtables, identifying target businesses that complement tourism, and strengthening communication between City Hall and the business community. We also convened a citywide town hall meeting last December to gather valuable feedback from our residents. We also want a city that is active and not just attractive. Concerts, events, festivals. Energy creates momentum, and momentum drives growth. Behind it all, we are ensuring infrastructure and operational readiness with vibrant streets, reliable utilities, clean and safe public spaces, and visible public safety. These things may seem small, but they send a message that the city cares. When visitors feel welcome, they stay longer. When they stay longer, they will spend money locally. When businesses grow, our local revenue grows, and without raising taxes. This is not cosmetic spending, that is strategic preparation. And I say this to you tonight as we look forward to the future and we envision Williamstown with, with the Ark. The Ark is the #1 tourist attraction in the state of Kentucky, and it's in our backyard. It brings a lot of people to the city. But there are other things like Patriots Landing, who also, it brings a lot of tourism to our area. And in my opinion, that's where we need to be. We need to be ready for them to come. We need to give tourists a reason to come here and to spend their money locally here with our businesses. So if you're asking me, what are we planning for in the future? That's what we're planning for. And that's my update. From there, we'll go to superintendent's monthly reports. You all received them in your packets. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
I've got one thing, I talked to Chris about it earlier. In his report, he gives an activity report that says, January 26th, and the cases, complaints, escorts, all those. And then you go over after his mileage, and you've got, 8 or 9 pages of office summary by agency. That's a lot of stuff that I'm not interested in. I don't know about the other city council members, but there's 8 or 10 pages of things that I'm sure, Mayor, you're interested in, but as council members, I don't know that it's in such detail. I don't know if we need that in the packets.
Way to go above and beyond there, Chris.
I do not disagree with that, Rick, but I will say that at different times, different councilmen, and myself included, now and when I was a council person, asked for different things. And a while back, I wanted to put together just one template. It did not seem to work out well, so I let it go. So I hear you, and I don't know if anybody else has an opinion on that as to exactly what they would like to see in these reports. I believe some of the information is redundant. When I see some of the reports, and these guys, don't get me wrong, they work hard, they do that, they're busy all the time, but I feel in some cases they feel they just need to write things down to show that they're doing something. When they have to write down, I cleaned, floor got swept or this got cleaned. Well, yeah, we expect that. There's no need to write that down, but so I'm not sure if there's a template or is there any one thing that everybody can agree on. I have not seen that.
Well, for me, in the packets seem very, very thick, 169 pages. And that's a lot of work for Brandy, it's a lot of copy and a lot of things for us to get through that maybe we could focus a little bit more on some of the other things than trying to work on each one. That's why I thought those 9 or 10 pages might be redundant.
I don't disagree.
Then the other thing is, I would like to see if we could keep, when we have the first reading of the ordinances, if we as a council would say, yes, we'll bring back our copy, so she doesn't have to make a second copy.
Well, if everybody wants to agree to that. But sometimes they do change, so if they change, we'd have to redo it. But
yeah, if it's the same, I think we're mature enough that we can bring back, this time 2 ordinances and save 50 pages of recopying.
that's fine with me. Everybody else okay with that?
I'll certainly agree myself.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rick. Any other comments on the,
Zach Colon's been busy.
yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Well, he's saving the city a lot of money by doing all that work in-house instead of sending it out to the different, garages and stuff. It's saving the city money.
I know that Craig did the same things,
Yeah.
but he didn't put it down on paper to show how much he's doing.
He didn't, and he also probably didn't do as much as, no offense to Craig, but Zach that's what he's there for, period.
Oh, yeah, he's
Yeah.
He's doing great.
Yeah. Anyone else on the superintendent's reports?
I want to recognize Crystal. I appreciate that letter that you had in your memo there with your information of saving the city a sizable amount of money on that contract with United Systems.
Yeah.
I appreciate not only you doing that, but at least informing us of the importance of that. When I seen that number of how much that is a month, I had heartburn for about 10 seconds until you graciously was out of the contract.
Yes, they were very good to me. I got a hold of ones that me and Vivian have been dealing with for a lot of years,
Right.
so it worked out
Good for
to
you.
our benefit.
Yeah, so for those who are wondering what Councilman Cropper is saying, the previous city clerk entered into a contract with a vendor regarding the new upgrade software for the city. As we got into it, first of all, there was multiple things that we would never use, but it also meant using their server as compared to our own server, and it was $80,000 to $100,000 a year cost. And Crystal was able to negotiate us out of that, and certainly appreciate that. Anyone else?
Well written, explained very well what was going on.
Okay, if not, we'll move forward. Corrections and approval of minutes for a regular council meeting of February 2nd.
Motion to approve as presented.
We have a motion by Councilman Skinner to approve the minutes.
I'll second that.
Seconded by Ronnie Maines, Councilman Maines. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing no discussion, roll call, please.
Kim Crupper,
Yes.
April Favela. Yes. Ronnie Main.
Yes.
Bob Perry.
Yes.
Rick Skinner.
Yes.
And Dennis Smith. Yes.
Okay. Next, we are going to have our second reading ordinance 2026-01, the gas franchise ordinance. Mr. Morgan?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Members of council, this is an ordinance creating and establishing for bid a non-exclusive natural gas franchise for the placement of facilities for the transmission, distribution, and sale of natural gas within the public right-of-way of the city of Williamstown for a 10-year duration, imposing a franchise fee of the sum of 3% of the franchisee's gross receipts from the franchisee's sale of natural gas to gas-consuming entities inside the city of Williamstown corporate limits, reserving the right to impose a franchise fee in the sum of up to 5% of franchisee's gross receipts per year from the franchisee's sale of natural gas to natural gas-consuming entities inside the city of Williamstown's corporate limits, and further providing for compliance with relevant laws, regulations, and standards, indemnification, insurance, cancellation, or termination, and bid requirements, all effective on the date of passage. Members of the council, this is essentially the same ordinance from 10 years ago. It's just being updated for the next 10 years. When we read this, you reviewed it last time in February, you directed that there be a request to the company who, and this right now is Duke Energy, but whoever provides the gas, that they allow the city to have some kind of a map to understand who would be eligible for gas if that's what they wanted. So on page 8 of this ordinance is the addition of that language, and it says particularly the company also agrees to provide upon request information to the city that will enable the city to determine what citizens are in the service area encompassed in the franchise. If a map is provided, it shall be a high-level general map and will not contain critical infrastructure information. The company agrees to provide gas services to all willing residents in the service area where a main line extension is not necessary. If the service line to any customer is longer than the footage contained in the company's tariffs on file with the Kentucky Public Service Commission, the potential customer will pay the additional amount required to extend service to the customer, consistent with the company's tariffs. And so this, I think, is an answer to your request that if you have citizens in the city who don't have gas and are in the area, they can get it. They just ask for it, and you will know on this map who that is. There was another item in here in the first reading that is not in this one, and that is about requiring the company to contribute to community events, whether it's the Marigold Festival or whatever the circumstance might be. Discuss that with the company, and they just simply refused to do that. And that's in this second, so the language of this is on the bottom of page 8 and the top of page 9, which says the company shall operate in compliance with all applicable laws and regulations and shall conduct its business in a manner consistent with responsible corporate citizenship. This provision does not require the utility to provide financial contributions, sponsorships, donations, or participation in any community activities, all of which shall remain voluntary and at the utility's discretion. So the company's on notice that this is a request. The city would like this to be part of good corporate citizenship, and I'm hopeful that they will come around and provide some kind of sponsorship of things in the future, but they flat refused to commit to that and said that they would pull out if that was made part of an ordinance. So that's why that is not in here. These are not material changes in my opinion. That's why this is the second reading, not a new first reading. This is not a new ordinance. These are just collateral changes or changes around the fringes of this ordinance. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Motion made by Councilor Perry to adopt ordinance number 2026-01. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Councilor Maines. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call, please.
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Fabella,
Yes.
Ronnie Maines.
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
Rick Skinner,
Yes.
and Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you. Next, we have a first reading of ordinance 2026-02, amending the official zoning map, changing zoning classification of 102.97 acre parcel of land from agriculture A1 to highway commercial that is located at 1060 Bonds Road and owned by Williamstown Farms. Mr. Morgan?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. This is an ordinance of the City of Williamstown in Grant County, Kentucky, amending the official zoning map of the City of Williamstown, Kentucky, changing the zoning classification of a 102.97 acre parcel of land from agricultural 1, A1, to a zoning classification of a highway commercial, HC. The parcel is located at 1060 Barnes Road in Williamstown, Kentucky, lies within the corporate limits of the City of Williamstown, Kentucky, and is owned by Williamstown Farms, LLC. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Anybody want to discuss anything on that before we move on? Okay. Next is a first reading of ordinance 2026-03, text amendment amending article, what is that? That's 15, performance standards for industrial zones. Mr. Morgan?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. This is an ordinance of the city of Williamstown, Grant County, Kentucky, amending the text of the official zoning ordinance of 80-199 et sec, Article 15, performance standards for industrial zones, adding section 15.3, solar energy systems regulations. Members of the council, this is designed to facilitate the siting and development, construction, installation, and decommissioning of solar energy systems and devices in a predictable manner that promotes and protects the safety, health, and welfare of the community, as well as provide a framework for the development of solar energy systems and devices which balances the benefits of renewable energy production and economic development with the protection of agricultural and residential uses, the built environment, and historic, natural, and other sensitive areas. This ordinance attempts to do this within the I-2 zone. Section 15.3 is also being amended to provide specific standards for installation of solar energy systems. Failure to meet these requirements makes an applicant ineligible for operation of a solar energy system. These conditions not only control the manner, means, and location of allowable energy systems, it also governs the decommissioning requirements should one cease to operate. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You're welcome, thank you. That was ordinance 2026-03. And then we have first reading of ordinance 2026-04, text amendment amending Article 10, District Regulations, Section 10, Industrial 2, Zoning, Solar Energy Systems, but only when the conditions outlined in Section 15.3. Mr. Morgan?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is an ordinance of the city of Williamstown, Grant County, Kentucky, amending the text of the official zoning ordinance 80-199 et sec, Article 10, District Regulations, Section 10, I-2, Industrial 2 Zone. And as you recall, this is what I mentioned a minute ago when I was talking about how the solar energy systems, the approach to this, these ordinances and the process by which is to address the I-2 zone. So this would fit in with the ordinance that was just read, or the summation of 2026-03. This creates a more comprehensive system for solar energy systems in the city of Williamstown.
Basically, with solar farms coming up across some areas of the Midwest, we did both of these combined. You know, should someone come and want a solar farm, it's a certain area of the city, it's very offset where it's allowed. Up until now, we did not have any zoning regarding this, and should a company come in and request this, if we have no zoning against it, it put us in a legal bind, actually. So that is hence the reason why this is happening. The county did something similar, as you probably read, and so there we are. Any questions on any of that? Okay. Going into new business, council consideration and approval to cancel the regular council meeting on March 17th. As you heard earlier, I requested a special council meeting for next Tuesday, the 10th, to be our regularly scheduled second meeting in March. I am requesting to cancel the 17th. I will be having surgery and I will be out. And will not be able to make that, but yet I believe we have, work to do in March, so I'd like to do it next Tuesday instead of the 17th, where I will not be here. That being said, I would like to hear a motion, I would entertain a motion to do that, if anybody would like to do that.
I'll make a motion, if we can change that to next week.
Motion made by Counselor Fabella to cancel the March 17th council meeting. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Counselor Jenna Austin Smith. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Fabella,
Yes.
Ronnie Maines,
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
Rick Skinner,
Yes.
Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you, I appreciate. Now, municipal orders 2, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. They're all pertaining to the recent policy and procedure manual that this council approved. As we went through it, we again, and we went through it many times, but we missed about 4 different things. And we sent that to you. We redlined the things that were added and crossed them out with double lines. Majority of it was on certain evaluations, like 6 month dates and things like that. Instead of may have an evaluation, we put shall. I want to make sure that where we're letting everybody know where they stand, and if someone's been here 6 months, you know, they have a right to know how they're doing, and that gives the superintendent the opportunity to sit down with them and have that conversation. And in some cases, you know, it could mean a merit increase from their starting probationary rate. Several of the instances we found in the water department where it said description up top, there was wastewater instead of water. So we have to officially change that. There were just minor things like that. But we wanted to bring them to the council and get them amended. I talked to Mr. Morgan. He feels we can do 1, 2, 3, 2 through 5 all in one motion and vote. So I'll leave it up to the council to make a motion.
I shall make that motion, Mayor.
Motion made by Councilor Perry to accept all the changes for the municipal orders regarding the policy manual. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Councilor Maines. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call, please.
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Fabella,
Yes.
Ronnie Maines,
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
Rick Skinner.
If we're gonna get that way, department under page 7 of the last one, you know, it says wastewater plant.
Hold on.
Page 7, page 9, page 11,
Yes.
department, is that, am I reading it wrong, but shouldn't that be changed also? In the boxes, job title reports to department, wastewater plant.
7, yeah, hold on, you get that right. The report
So
to,
it's
yeah,
just-
you're absolutely right.
So just to
Sorry.
do water department.
Water, right, on that?
Yep, you're right.
Page 7, 9, and 13.
Yeah, so, Bob, you'll amend your
Yes.
motion based on that.
Yes, I will.
Thank you, Rick. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Fabella,
Yes.
Ronnie Maines.
Yes.
Bob Perry.
Yes.
Rick Skinner.
Yes.
Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Good catch, Counselor Skinner. Now I'd like to entertain a motion to go in executive session pursuant to KRS 61.810, sub 1G, discussions regarding a business entity concerning a specific proposal as open discussions would jeopardize the sitting, retention, expansion, or upgrading of the business.
Make that motion, Mayor.
Made by Counselor Smith, is there a second?
Second it.
Second by Counselor Perry, is there any discussion? Roll call.
Kim Crupper,
Yes.
April Favela,
Yes.
Ronnie Maines.
Yes.
Bob Perry.
Yes.
Rick Skinner.
Yes.
And Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay.
That's an improved, and this is for, I think now we're looking at this one.
You won't give Chris any ideas.
I'm going to ask for a motion to come out of executive session and back into regular session,
I'll make that motion.
made by Councilor Maines. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilor Smith. Is there any discussion? Roll call?
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Fabella,
Yes.
Ronnie Maines,
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
Rick Skinner,
Yes.
and Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay, we're back in regular session. No votes were taken in executive session. And we will continue on for the next item. Item 8, council consideration and approval for the city of Williamstown to enter into a purchase agreement for the property located at 121 North Main Street, Williamstown, Kentucky, per all applicable inspections and due diligence. And before we entertain a motion, I just want to address the council. Tonight, I'm asking for your authorization to enter in a purchase and sales agreement for the building at 121 North Main Street. This is a strategic opportunity. The property sits directly beside city-owned land, giving us a rare chance to expand our downtown footprint in a unified and intentional way. The vision is straightforward: create a downtown welcome center and provide much-needed public restrooms. If we are serious about tourism, festivals, and supporting local businesses, we must have the basic infrastructure in place. Just as important, this site already has convenient parking, along with access to additional overflow parking in back. The accessibility is already there. This is not simply a building purchase, it's a long-term investment in downtown readiness, identity, and growth. This authorization allows us to move forward with responsibility and position Williamstown for the future. With that, I would like to entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Motion is made by Councilor Smith. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Councilor Fabella. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing no discussion, roll call, please.
Kim Cropper,
No.
April Fabella,
Yes.
Ronnie Maines,
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
Rick Skinner,
Yes.
Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Motion carries, and I appreciate that. Next on the agenda is an open forum, 90 seconds per resident, per topic. Is there any resident or anybody in the audience would like to speak? Hearing no, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Councilor Maines, there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilor Perry. Roll call, please.
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Fabella,
Yes.
Ronnie Maines,
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
Rick Skinner,
Yes.
and Jenna Smith.
Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you.